Welcome to RVN Travel Adventures. My name is Jesus Manuel Nena Garza. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic wherever you're at. In my continuing dialogue with my RVing community and all the people that are subscribed to this channel, or those that might be interested in what I have to say about RVing, I wanted to discuss the issue of evolution, RVing style, how people evolve as RVers. I remember when I was living in San Francisco, we went camping in a Class B, essentially a modified Ford van. We threw a futon in the back and we would go to the Sierras, we go to New Mexico, we go to Arizona, and we do some camping down there. Previous to that, in college, my friends and I just camped in a tent or in the back of the proverbial Volkswagen bus, okay? I remember when I was 18, I traveled with some friends, people that I knew entering college, and we traveled to all over Mexico, Guadalajara, Tepic, Puerto Vallarta. We slept on the beach and all that stuff back in 1970, the summer of 1970. So that was my experience camping. I enjoyed camping quite a bit. My parents never took me camping because they were itinerant laborers, itinerant farm workers, and they traveled all over the country and they slept in tents, so they didn't like the idea of sleeping in tents. They were happy to have a house with running water and a refrigerator and all that sort of good stuff, okay? So they never took me camping. My father would take me to the beach, stuff like that, but that was about it. We lived in Silicon Valley, and they had a nice house. They had a very nice house. So currently, I own a Rockwood Mini Lite 2205S travel trailer, 23 feet, 10 inches, 5,100 pounds dry. It has two, easy chairs. It has all the amenities typical of a small travel trailer. But it's not meeting my needs currently. I'm used to going off the beaten path when I was in college, when I lived in San Francisco. And up to about 3 years ago, I did a lot of truck bed camping and tent camping. So I'm used to going down those roads and bouncing around a little bit and finally getting to my destination. So again, I was spoiled. I became used to the possibilities of going down that circuitous route to go to a campground or a camping area. I can't do that now with my Rockwood Mini Lite. It's designed to go to your standard state campgrounds, your standard resorts, not expensive resorts. That's not my budget, but facilities that have dirt, flat gravel, asphalt roads to your places where you're going to camp, okay? It cannot go down any road that has any sort of boulders. Again, boulders, is that a boulder or is that just a rock? Is that a rock or a boulder? To me, anything around this size is too big to, traverse with my Rockwood Mini Lite because, it squeaks and, it groans and things fly out and refrigerator doors go open and cabinets fly open and things are everywhere, okay? The mustard's over there, the ketchup is over there, the SpaghettiOs are over there, and the Cheerios are way, way, way back there. It's not good. And the milk, you do not want to know where the milk landed, okay? So it's not designed by Rockwood Mini Lite for that lifestyle, which I lived for an extensive period of my time from 1970 to about 2000 and 21. Again, that period I did tent camping, backpacking, camping into the wilderness and staying there for a while. Truck bed camping and, also camping in a modified van that had a futon in the back. Great memories, great time. So that's one of the reasons I'm selling my Rockwood Mini Lite, or attempting to sell. I there's a small chance I'll actually get to sell it because most people don't have cash to pay for something like that. They want to have payments, so it's a very small chance I'll sell it. But maybe when I move to California in 3 years, I'll put it on the market again, and somebody will buy it then. Okay, but in the meantime, I have my Rockwood again. What is it? A Rockwood mini Lite. Okay. So what are my visions currently? They're basically reoccurring visions of past great camping adventures. You know, camping on that beach. Wow. Camping down that, circuitous path down some, boulder-strewn road to go camping. Wow. I did that in the Sierras. I did that in Baja. Stuff like that. So I would love, my new vision, my new aspiration is to go camping in the Baja. Again, going camping in the Baja. That means I've been in the Baja. Some of the roads are not up to snuff. I'll just be straightforward with you. They're rather bad, okay? But that's why people go down there in their vans and their, Class C's, B pluses, and stuff like that. Once in a while, you see people going down there in their, travel trailers, but they have decent travel trailers, or they know how to fix those travel trailers. They're constantly fixing them because that fell apart. That came loose. I have to put that back in place. Stuff like that. I do not want to do that continually, all the time. I was offered a job at one of these New Mexico state parks, but you had to go down a bumpy road, for several miles to get to it. So I said, can my Rockwood mini Lite go down that path? No, it can't. No, it can't. So I had to turn down that excellent opportunity. My wife is a big fan of those sites, those Native American sites, indigenous sites in New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, California, and Arizona. She would love to go stay there, do some exploration, and I would love to take some photographs and do some exploration. Of course, also do, once in a while, actually do some work. So, but we couldn't do that because, again, we know, and from experience, just going down a modest, going 35 miles an hour over railroad tracks in Texas, things flew apart. You can imagine going down a road, for about, a half hour. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for the RV, not going to be good for me. But I can go down that road with my truck. I can go down that road with my truck, and I can throw a hub tent, nice hub tent with, 6 foot plus, height, and go down those roads and camp. And I can put my porta potty there, and put out some solar panels, my solar power generator, and have my little life, maybe I can buy a refrigerator, one of those nice little ice co's, or Dometic, small. Nah, it's not going to be about this big. Let me see. It's going to be about this big. It's going to be that big. Fridges, and call it good. Again, in the middle of the night when I want to go poop, yeah, I can go in that, in my porta potty. Hey, when I'm hungry, I can grab something from my fridge. And I do already have a little small propane stove that I've used while truck bed camping. Okay, no problem. So, and of course, my wife and I have woken up while truck bed camping in sub-freezing temperatures. We're talking 25, 28 degrees Fahrenheit in the mountains of New Mexico, in the mountains of California, and also in north of Flagstaff and Arizona and stuff like that. We've woken up in those conditions where our water that we had outside is frozen solid. Okay, so, and of course, sleeping in a tent or truck bed camping, it's a sieve. If it's 25 degrees outside, it's going to be 26 degrees. Hey, that's nice, huh? Inside, okay? Maybe 27 if you're lucky, okay? So it's cold outside, it's going to be cold inside. When it's hot outside, it's going to be hot inside. So we understand the ramifications. Even though I'm turning 72 in a couple weeks, I understand the ramifications. And my wife absolutely enjoyed doing that style of camping. And she's going to be turning 70 next round, okay? So we're both very excited about doing some truck bed camping, some tent camping. And of course we have more stuff now. We have a, we have a nice generator. We have a nice porta potty. We just have to get a little small fridge. Is it going to be this big? How big should we get it? Around this big, that big? A DC fridge. DC fridge. That should work out. And of course, we know how to pack. We understand. Do you understand that you don't have to bring, everything from the house? You don't have to bring, a gigantic table. You don't have to bring 6 chairs. You don't have to bring about 10 10 outfits and plus your prom and, tux, outfits. You don't have to do that. Just 3 pairs of jeans, 3 shirts, 3 t-shirts, maybe more underwear and socks than you think, okay? And, stuff that's good for hiking and stuff like that. So we're really excited. We're really excited about this change, this evolution, or de-evolution, Getting back to our roots, tent and truck bed camping. If I had my druthers, I would get a nice Class B or a box truck and modify it. But, that costs a little bit of money. Maybe after I sell this over here, if I am so fortunate to sell it, which I give myself about a 2, 3, 10% chance of selling this RV in the next year or two. But in the meantime, I can always just do some camping. My wife, every time we go say, let's go camping, sweetie, she goes, oh, good. And then she goes, she sort of, she's very excited, but then you say, we're going to take the trail train. She goes, oh, I like the old style, camping. She likes that. She's pretty rugged. She's very athletic. And so am I, relatively speaking. I'm not saying I was a jock in high school. I didn't throw for 50 touchdowns during the season. I didn't have a 500 batting average in college or something like that. No, I'm just a 5'10", 170-pound, guy who eats right, takes his meds, does small amount of exercise, medium-sized amount of exercise, do a lot of walking, cycling, hiking. And I'm doing okay. A lot of it has to do with genetics. I understand. Some people, have different kinds of genetics. My wife has decent kinds of genetics, and I do too. So we're both doing pretty good, and we're pretty happy, okay? But we're also excited about doing some camping out on a beach. I like the idea of going to a beach, getting out the old Coleman stove, plopping up some hot water, turning up the propane, and warming up our water, and then doing our pour-over coffees. Add a little, powdered hazelnut cream. That's my favorite, powdered hazelnut cream. And just sitting there on the beach, looking at the porpoises as they jump by, the gray whales. That's fun. That's what I want. That's what I miss. I miss going to the Sierras and just going fishing. Boom. And then some back roads and staying there for several days. Doing some fly fishing in my tennis shoes and shorts. No expensive outfit needed. And, it's cold water and drinking some of that water. I remember there was a faucet over there by Donner Pass, and there was a faucet. I turned on the water, and out came water, and I go, wow, this is the best tasting water I've had in my whole life. That water came from underground or some aquifer that is pure, ancient, and absolutely clean and fabulous. I go, that you actually notice the taste of absolutely amazing water as compared to the creek water, river water, lake water that we have here in Texas and in California. So I hope you liked my video talking about my aspirations regarding camping. Essentially, I want to move from, travel trailer camping, a non, off-road, RV camping, and do some off-roading, modest off-road. I'm not going to go down, some with gigantic boulders, big boulders. Little boulders I can handle, little, divots in the road I can handle. But again, I would like to go off the highway, go down that little bit of a road for about, 10 minutes, and then camp right there. If it's raining cats and dogs, I can go sleep in the back of my truck bed. If it's a nice day, I can sleep in the tent. So I have two options. Again, I'm thinking about getting a nice hub tent, but that's only after I sell my RV. That's only after I sell my RV, my travel trailer. So again, if you're interested in my Rockwood Mini Lite 2205S 2022 edition with some options, I'm selling it for around $25,000. I've been looking on the old internet. Most people are selling for around $30,000, $35,000. And used ones like mine, they're selling again for $25,000, $29,000. So in brand new, $30,000, $35,000. So it's a relatively good deal. I think it's a good deal. Do you think it's a good deal? But again, it's very difficult to make a cash transaction in the good old United States. Most people say, "Hey, I don't have $25,000 cash. Will you take payments? Can I come to your house every month and make a payment?" And what am I going to say? No, gracias. No es posible. Muy amable, pero no es posible. So I'm going to say no, essentially. So hope you're doing fantastic wherever you're at. I'm in my backyard. It's an overcast day. It's about to rain. I'm going to be doing some plumbing in my house. I have to remove a valve in my hot water heater and replace it, and go to the box store and get another valve and replace it, because it's not working right now. It's leaking. So home ownership has its value, but then again, it's a pain in the ass, as you very well know. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. Ring the bell for future notifications, for future notificaciones. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. And leave your kind and super friendly comments below. Tell me if you think my vision is, aligns with yours, or you can say, "Hey, I don't like the idea of getting outside of my Prevost or Newmar. I barely go outside. I just park it and I just have my bourbon and my scotch and call it good and watch some streaming channels." That's how I roll, okay? I understand. Everybody's different according to their budget, okay? According to your budget. And check out my photographs, specifically to this channel. One of these corners here is some information, and of course in the description are links, to my photography channel, rvta.myportfolio.com. From my backyard, again, like I said earlier, an overcast day, and it's a humid day here in Fort Worth, Texas. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.